coffee here. Pour a little coffee. Da da da. Remember how big Poison was? Oh my God. I was in the 5th grade. Everybody had a Poison tape. Talk Dirty to Me. That's the only song we wanted to hear. We went crazy for it on the radio. Oh yeah. Poison. CC DeVille. CC, pick up that guitar and talk to me. What are we talking about here? Yeah, they don't make music like that anymore, huh, do they? Nope. I don't know. What did they have? The Miss America pageant on the other day? Right? Big news. They eliminated the bikini contest. Okay? Translation. You eliminated your audience. What kind of beauty... It used to be a thing in the 80s to tune in to the beauty pageant. What, are you kidding me? We'd all pile around the TV. Mrs. Texas wins every year. Every year! Wherever in this country there's the most unhealthy eating, that's where you get the greatest Miss America. Because these women in Texas, they're built like, I don't know what, they all look like they've been doing like 300-pound squats over a lit road flare. It's true. You're kidding me. They eliminate the bikini contest. So I'm like this. I'm watching the news when they say this. And I say, what? The first thing that rolled through my head is, who the fuck's in charge here? Who's in charge? There's a woman in charge of the Miss America pageant. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and they're not allowed to call it a contest anymore. They call it a competition. Oh, well, what? Oh, my God. I got to move out of the country. I got to go. I can't take it anymore. Just can't take it. I can't take it. I'm so afraid for my son. I see these young kids, they don't come out of the house anymore. It's true. What a crime. What a crime. Do you understand the characters? Listen, when we used to go out, listen, as soon as I got home from school, it was out on my bicycle. And we were trolling around the neighborhood. I got news for you. We had characters in our neighborhood. That was the most beautiful thing about, I don't know, growing up. All the characters. I'm talking, we had Vietnam Tom. Guy never went to Vietnam. I don't even think he was in the army. But he was like Mr. like army fatigues all the time. Pickup truck with this, don't tread on me sticker. The Semify on the back. And he used to pull up next to me on my bike while I was riding. He'd go, I had red hair. I guess he used to go, "Howdy Doody." And I used to be like, oh, yeah, okay, here we go. You go, "Howdy Doody, you got wooden balls?" I'd be like, all right, Tom. See you later. That's it. And every time he'd see me, "Howdy Doody, got wooden balls." Completely, demoralized me in front of all my friends. But, that's how it went back then. What, are you kidding me? Then you had the sleaze down the block. You had Chris Slee. He was always working on his car. Non-stop. Working on... And I'm not saying souping it up. I'm talking about repairing it. You never saw... I said to myself, you never saw a guy that worked on his car non-stop. It was always something. You go over there, "Hey, Chris, what's going on?" Changing the fuel pump. Go back over there the other day. "Wow, what happened?" "Oh, do an adjustment on the transmission." I don't know. It was always something. I was like, is it just this guy's buying the most unreliable cars imaginable? But we're talking about this was like over a decade. There was always a car up on a ramp. It was always the same cars. It was their cars. And I remember there was a guy on the block. He had this Hearst Olds. You know, remember the Oldsmobile in the 80s? It was the Hearst Olds. And it used to say it was like an Oldsmobile Cutlass. And it said Hearst on the side, and it had the lightning shifters in it. And the Rocket 350 engine. Oh yeah, it was a car for the 80s. Like, the 80s didn't have any muscle cars, all right? You had the Saline Mustang. You had the Grand National, which I believe was probably or should be the most coveted muscle car of the 80s. It still is. Nobody knows about the Grand National to this day. It was the motorcycle killer. It was the one car on the road that the guys driving motorcycles would fear. And guys driving motorcycles don't fear anybody. And there it was, the black Grand National, right? That was the thing. The Grand National and the Buick GNX, turbocharged. I never understood why they didn't put turbochargers into cars. Couldn't you figure it out? You had the Mustang SVO, you had the Turbo Coupe Thunderbird, and you had the Grand National, the Buick Grand National. All right, the Grand National was practically doing 12 seconds quarter miles, completely stock. And it was a fully reliable car. It was like, couldn't the car manufacturers figure this out? We finally started putting turbos into cars until, 2005? When did Ford finally realize it and start making that, EcoBoost engine? I never understood it. I was studying turbochargers in the early 90s. Seriously, I had books out on it. Because I was going to turbocharge my big block Thunderbird. I put a 460 big block inside of a 77 Thunderbird. It was the most ridiculous car on the road. Because the goddamn thing weighed close to 5,000 pounds. And I remember, I'm going to take this car racing, right? That was my thing. I'm going to take it racing. So I said, I'll stuff the biggest engine I can find inside of it. I built a 460. So what I was going to do is I was going to flip the exhaust manifolds, and I was going to put two Garrett T4 turbos from I remember I got one from a Turbo Coupe Thunderbird. Chris Lee was actually working on that car, and he traded me. I traded him an intake manifold that I had for the turbocharger. How about that? He needed a 302, a Ford 302, 5-liter Ford intake manifold, cast iron for his father's Bronco. No, his uncle's Bronco. There you go. I still have the turbochargers right here. I got it bolted to the wall. There it is. I never did it. I blew out the transmission on the car and went broke. Couldn't fix the transmission. It was too expensive. There you go. I went broke. My racing days are over. What the fuck are we talking about? Characters on the block. You had Mrs. Lynch. Mrs. Lynch was this 70, 80-year-old... She had to be an 80-year-old woman. She wore this wool... It was like a wool trench coat all year round. Summertime. Could be 105 degrees outside. She's walking around with this fucking wool trench coat on. She had those stockings. All you could see is trench coat and those stockings. You know those stockings old ladies wear? Where they roll it up to about mid-calf? And it just has that roll there? And they got like a wrinkle in them down by the ankles. It's like... I know, listen. They're the most disgusting looking things that a woman could wear. She would have been better off wearing gym socks and some sneakers. And Then, like, just above the sock, you could see, like, all these, like, sores on her legs and whatnot. Anyway, it was Miss Mary Lynch. And she used to walk around with this mangy mongrel of a German Shepherd who used to shit all over the place. And she'd carry around plastic bags to pick up the shit. But the thing is, the plastic bags were clear. Oh my God. And I don't know what she was feeding this dog. She must have been feeding him like human food. Bacon and eggs in the morning or something like that. Because this dog would pinch a loaf on the floor that would blow your mind. And then she would take a hand and stick it in the plastic bag and then pick up the log off the floor and then like unfold it back over. Oh my God, you should have seen it. And so she'd be, next thing you know, she's walking down the block. She's got like a bag, it looked like a bag full of Sabarets. Disgusting. And she smelled like a urinal at Jones Beach. All the time. And she wanted to sit there and talk to you. Oh, Christ almighty. Talking to Mrs. Lynch, you roll your eyes. All your friends are looking at you on your BMX bike, talking to Mrs. Lynch. Laughing. And then Halloween, she used to give you she used to give you a can of fucking pineapple juice. Dole pineapple juice, a little can of pineapple. It's like, are you fucking serious? Are you really fucking serious? We used to open it up. She's lucky we didn't throw it right through a window. You don't know how brutal kids are if you don't give candy on Halloween. Do the right thing on Halloween, trust me. The neighborhood kids will get you. We used to open up the pineapple juice and pour it on a car, praying that the acid from the pineapple would eat through the paint. Oh my God. Give the kids candy. Just give them candy. Oh, remember the person that would give you a handful of pennies? I mean, it was shaving cream under the door handle of your car. It would fill your mailbox full of shaving cream. It was an egg through the screen door. I mean, come on. Come on. You were going to get it. That's why. I practically hand out full-size candy bars now. I'm that guy. Remember the person that used to hand out like the full-size candy bar? Oh my God, the word would travel throughout the neighborhood like wildfire. Then you would go there with the costume off. You take the mask off, you'd go there. You'd put the mask on. You wait till it gets dark. You'd go again. Maybe they don't recognize me. Oh my God. I mean, then you had Cookie, the old hag Cookie on the fucking corner that would call the cops on you all the time. Who were the characters in the neighborhood? You had Audrey, who was, her father was the ice cream man. We used to call her Orgy. We had B.O. Joe. B.O. Joe. We had Chris Lee. You know what? B.O. Joe, I remember one time we were at a club and we needed a ride home. This was later on when we were late teens. We went to some club or some bar or some shit like that. And we missed our ride home or something like that, and B.O. Joe was passing by. And he had this Blazer, this S10 Blazer. And he had a bunch of people inside of it. Like, oh, B.O. Joe, can you give us a ride home? Yeah, sure, hop in the back. We hop in the back. He had a speaker box back there. It was an 18-inch kicker competition speakers back there. And there was no room to sit in the truck. We had to sit on top of the speaker box. I swear to God, I have hearing damage today because of that speaker box. And my pride wouldn't let me stick my fingers in my ears. I wasn't going to show him that his stereo system was that good. I got hearing damage to this day. I can't hear shit. Oh, man. I mean, yeah. Everybody had a nickname. You got to go out there and you got to experience the neighborhood. We had a guy that lived on a houseboat. We used to throw rocks and eggs at the houseboat. Pay your taxes. We used to say, pay your taxes, and whip rocks at his houseboat. Poor son of a bitch. All right, what do we got here? All right, you guys are asking me. Listen. I get so many questions about the PS4. How do you like the PS4? The first game I played on the PS4 is The Last of Us. And I know I'm going to make a lot of enemies here, but I don't like the game. This is not a video game. I'm sorry. This is like an interactive movie. And I tried. I can't. If I gotta open the door for this dumb broad one more time, and then it's like a movie scene, and then it's like you go and you like follow these directions, they're holding your hand the whole way. I can't take it until it opens up into a firefight, and then there's some, what do they call that, button press, button timed events. And then what are they called? Quick time events? I'm not sure. I don't even know what they're called. And you do this, you do this, you do this, and you're kind of like, and then you get into these firefights, which are okay, but then it's rinse and repeat. And then you got to open a door for this dumb broad again, and then you got to find a ladder, and it's completely linear, and it's completely, you walk through the whole game. You can't get stumped. I'm sorry. It's horrendous. And all I could think to myself is, I kept on struggling with this thought in my head. Am I just an old man? Am I done? Is it me? Because everybody loves this game. Is it me? And then I finally said, no, fuck that. It's not me. It was this back and forth struggle I had. And I'm like, this is supposed to be a great game. And I got news for you. I think everybody's head is so fucking clogged up and cloudy right now because they don't know what a real game is. So, I mean, if this is the future of video gaming, and I understand it's a PS3 game brought over to the PS4, okay? I get that. But, I mean, listen. The way I judge a good game is if I keep on playing it, and I just completely lost interest. Okay? And other than that, I've been playing Ghostblade. And Ghostblade is a total, I don't know. This is a bullet hell shooter. But it's also, I'll tell you what I don't like about Ghostblade. I don't like the fact that when the power-ups basically float to you. All of the treasure that you get basically gravitates toward you. So you can't miss them out. You can't miss out on them. The power-ups, you can't really see what they are, so it's hard to choose. You don't really choose what you want. You're basically going to get powered up to the max, and you're going to stay that way, and then it's a bullet hell shooter. So the strategy in power-ups is really non-existent. And then it's a bullet hell shooter. And I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to strain your eyes to the point of myopia. Because that's basically what it is. You're going to play this game until your eyes give out. Because you're going to be like this, focused on bullets. And I get it. For a bullet hell shooter, I get it. I kind of enjoy it sometimes, but then my eyes wear out. They do. They wear out. All of a sudden my eyes start to hurt. And I'm like, am I doing damage to my eyes or is it good exercise? I don't know. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the focus shot. It's reminiscent of Don Pachi for me. You have that focus shot that you press. It's a super powerful shot, but it slows down your ship. You let off the shot, and your ship becomes more nimble. The graphics are fine. They're acceptable. The enemies kind of get repetitive. Unacceptable. Okay? I don't want to see enemies from earlier levels on later stages. Sorry, Jack. That shit can't happen. So in that respect, and the score system, come on. I mean, you can basically get billions of points here. Can we get that under control? All right? It gives you this false sense like you did something like really awesome. It's like, I think my first game I got 150 million points. I'm like, come on guys, you could tone it down a little bit. You shoot one ship and you see the dial go bananas. Anyhow, I mean, Ghostblade, I do enjoy it though. I have to admit, I enjoy it. I find myself playing it. The music has moments, and I like those moments. You know, so that really helps. You know, if I can get into the music, and I turn up the... Yeah. I've been playing a little bit of Raiden 5, Director's Cut. Raiden is more polished than Ghostblade. Yeah. It's a nice little game. It's a good little shooter. I haven't done all the, I haven't gone through all the weapon modes yet. There's a lot of weapon modes you can check out, so I'm curious to see that. And, yeah, it's fun. I like Raiden. I don't have enough time with it to really tell you about it, but that's what I'm playing. There you go. I'm really enjoying the shooters. I know there's games on the PS4 out there that I will enjoy. I just gotta find them, you know? Alright. Which brings us to this package right here. This is from Eric in San Francisco. Oh boy. And listen, the thing you need to understand about the PS4 is I'm going into it with a completely open mind. I'm not going into it like, you got to prove me something. I'm going into it like, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. There's my blade. My chisel here. Alright, we got a package from... This is from Eric, all the way from San Francisco. San Francisco. The Regal Beagle. Right? This is in San Francisco. Remember that? Three's Company. That was a show, man. That was a show me and my sister used to watch every day before dinner time. Three's Company. What's Happening? My favorite part of Three's Company was they'd play the theme song in the beginning, right? Come and knock on my door, come and knock on my door. Take a step that is new, take a step that is new. Three's Company too. But at the end, they'd also play a song, and it would open with a fucking drum roll.
Three's Company was videotaped in front of a studio audience.
And it would go into like this wah-wah pedal guitar thing. Oh yeah. I used to look forward to that. Me and my sister, we used to do the drum roll on the coffee table. Alright, back to the package. Got a note here. And then what's happening? Remember they would be bouncing the basketball in the beginning? Bow. Bow. Oh, please. Please. And then later on at night, you watch Bonnie Miller. Remember that? Bonnie Miller with the bass in the beginning. Oh, come on. There was nothing better. That was back when you could have ugly actors in a TV show. Now everybody's got to look like supermodels walking around. Bonnie Miller, you couldn't find an attractive person on that show. Everybody was disgusting. Could make a living. Let me tell you. Alright, what do we got here? This one's from Eric. Alright. Wow, here we go. Dear Bithead, been a member of your channel since before you had 1,000 subscribers. This package is coming from California, and it's been a long time coming. I'm a big supporter of you and your show. You have a natural gift for storytelling and an incredible memory for details from your childhood. You're one of the few video gaming YouTube channels to watch, as seeing video game pickups is depressing when there's barely any out there at the garage sales anymore. I got news for you. It's a Saturday. This is a Saturday morning. I'm going to go out today. It's rained the last 3 weeks. I'm in a panic. I really am. I'm going out today though. I'm looking forward to it. I bought a t-shirt from you a while back. Thank you, Eric. Thank you. I haven't worn it yet. I'm saving it for a video game convention in the near future. Wow. Listen to that. I had a guy write me a message. He says, this was like the biggest thrill for me. He said that he wears my t-shirt in the operating room. He's a plastic surgeon. I was like, oh my God. Can you imagine? I got news for you. If I'm having plastic surgery done and the doctor comes in with a Bithead 1000 t-shirt on, I'm going to grab the IV and run right through the door. There's going to be a hole in the door shaped like me and an IV. I'm out of there, Jack. My only complaint with it is that all it says on the t-shirt is Bithead 1000. I was kind of hoping it would say Bithead 1000 fuck your mother. Oh well, you know, listen, I was going to make t-shirts like that, but I think people are afraid to wear them, to be honest with you. So, I mean, listen. I don't want my t-shirt sales to be like my subscribership. I want to send you this package of ba-ba-ba. I won't say anything about them. I'll let you make your own decision. Okay. Alright. When you're done with the games, I don't want to give any of this away. Your YouTube brother from another mother, Eric. How about that? How about that? Sip of coffee for Eric. And sip of coffee for the plastic surgeon wearing the Bithead 1000 t-shirt. Alright, let's do this. Whoa! Jesus Christ. Oh boy. What do we got here? Holy mackerel. Okay. Wow. I'm going to say this wrong. Signed Mora X Wow, is this a wow, side-scrolling shoot 'em up, guys? Basically, I know nothing about PS4, so I'm figuring this out with you guys. Wow, 7 beautifully crafted levels, 50 different weapon combinations. Okay, wow. Oh, this is exciting stuff. This will be my first side-scrolling shooter on the PS4. Wow, I'm looking forward to this. Music composed by Akira Yamaoka. Sound director of Silent Hill and Shadows of the Damned. Wow. Jesus Christ, look at this. That's exciting. Oh, wow, here we go. Doom. We're going to find out what the new Doom is like. Bethesda, still at it, I'll tell you what. You want to know what my favorite version of Doom was? On the Atari Jaguar. Check it out. It's probably one of the only decent games for the Atari Jaguar. And what was your, honestly, back then, what was your what did you have to choose from back then during the Atari Jaguar time in order to play Doom if you weren't playing it on a computer? The Super Nintendo's version was horrendous. Maybe the PS1, I never tried that one. Maybe that one, you know, maybe that was a decent version. But oh yeah, on Atari Jaguar it was great. The sound was great, which was unusual because the sound on every Atari Jaguar game stinks. So here we go. Wow, Doom. Oh jeez, here we go. This is another one. Another one that was, alright, well, let's talk about it for the PS4 here. Here we go. Wolfenstein. The New Order. Wolfenstein, my only experience with Wolfenstein was also playing that on the Atari Jaguar, and that was a good port of the game. How about that? Wolfenstein was a lot of fun, especially when you would get that Gatling gun. Oh, fantastic! You'd find all the secret treasure on the levels. It was a lot of fun. Wolfenstein was a smooth scrolling game. There we go, blasting Nazis. They're not. What is this? They have the Nazi helmet on, but they can't use the Nazi symbols anymore. That's ridiculous. What is the reasoning behind that? Are we all adults nowadays? You can't blast Nazis in a video game? I don't get it. I don't get it. Like we all don't know what's going on? I mean, come on. Christ's sake. What is this here? Odomedius Excellent? Xbox 360? I don't know what's going on here. Oh, here we go. Alright, look at this. Oh, Konami game. What is this? This looks... I'm going to take a stab at this one and say it's a Konami shooter. Look at this. Odomedius Excellent? Wow, look at that little anime girl over there, huh? Hot stuff. Wow, Konami. Jeez, wow. It's almost shocking to see that the Konami name on a modern game. Oh, modern. Xbox 360, I mean. Look at that. Konami.
とにかく目の前の敵を減らさないと。密集隊、反撃進む。陣形を整えろ。
What happened to their logo anyway? What is this logo here? How come they don't use the old school logo? Come on. Konami. But what's with Konami lately, huh? What are they up to? What do you got here? Battlefield Hardline. Battlefield Hardline? Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one I heard about. Wow, this is really neat. Shantae, half genie, half hero. How about this? From what I understand about Shantae, it's a beautiful side-scrolling platformer. And judging by the looks of the graphics, this looks really nice. I mean, what was this on? The Game Boy? Where did Shantae originally come out for? The Game Boy Color? Game Boy Advance? Game Boy Advance, I think. I remember my buddy Steve had my buddy Steve had a copy of Shantae. Oh, no, it was my buddy Trevor. I think he had a box copy of this, and it was it was like a really expensive game. I remember he traded it for something really nice. Anyhow, there you go. That's great. Listen, all these shooters are fantastic, but after a while, you gotta put them down, and you gotta do a little side-scrolling platforming to break up the monotony. You really do. Oh, here we go. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Here we go, Lara Croft. Jesus Christ, how many people they got working on these games? All these developers. Just the only Tomb Raider game I ever played was the original for the PS1. Remember when that one came out? It's a big deal. That was a big deal. And now look where we are. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. And look at this. The Order, 1886. Discover history's darkest secret. Crazy ambitious and highly cinematic. Huh. Wow, look at this. Well, that'll jumpstart your PS4 collection, huh? Here we go. Here we go. We're gonna listen. I'm gonna jump in feet first. Eric, man, I don't know what to say, man. This is really something else. I'm really looking forward to trying this out. Really. I'm probably gonna pop this in today. Very, very nice. Very nice. What can I say? Thanks, Eric. I will say this, I love that PS4 controller. I really do. It's got a nice feel to it. It's like the PS1 controller. I love the PS1. Number one, the Super Nintendo controller, the PS1 controller. I love a controller that feels indestructible. The original Nintendo controller was great. The N64 controller, Sega Genesis controller, I never cared for at all. The buttons are soft. I don't know how to explain it. The buttons are floaty. And the directional pad sucks. The TurboGrafx 16 controller, I'm fine with that one. But the PS1 controller, I mean, that was, and the DualShock, that controller feels great in the hands. Okay, here's one that came all the way from Florida. This one I bought. I couldn't help myself. This was like such an impulse purchase. I didn't even think to myself, do we have the money to really be spending on this right now? I just saw it, and it's one of these games that I've been itching to get for a long time, and I just said fuck it, and I bought it. I said, because I'm going to have to own it one day anyhow. And here was a copy of it right here in the United States, which might not necessarily be a good thing. We spent $40 on it. Okay. Here we go. I'll give you a little hint. Namcot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. She's all here. She's in decent shape. Very nice. Okay. You ready for this, guys? It's Final Blaster. Yeah. What can I tell you about this game? Nothing. I haven't played it yet. The only thing I know, and what I do, is I never watch any type of screen footage about a game before I get it. I won't watch any gameplay footage. I don't want to ruin it for myself. All I know is it's a vertically scrolling shooter. I do know that from screenshots. And the graphics look decent. It's a Namco game. So, I mean, how can you go wrong? And I mean, baby, look at this cover art. This thing is on fire. What did it turn into? A phoenix almost? This spaceship? Come on! I mean, when we did the top 10 PC Engine shooters of all time, when I went into the museum and I pulled down the flight case and I opened it up and I started to thumb through them, I'm not trying to brag here, okay, but it almost blows you away to see how many quality shooters are on the PC Engine. It almost it boggles the mind. It really does. It's like, oh my God, I'm thumbing through them and I'm like, oh my God, these games are incredible. It's almost like I forgot. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, my Duo, my Turbo Duo, it's hanging on by a thread. I'm just waiting for like the motor to blow up, or I don't know, the lens to crack. I don't know what goes on with these things that they break so easily. Capacitors to explode. I don't know what's going on. I turn it on, it's making weird noises. Sometimes I gotta hit the desktop to get the CD to start loading. I mean, it's on the edge. So I haven't pulled down any games for it lately. I'm almost like pampering it. So when I pulled down that case and I'm looking through it, I'm like, oh my God, this is an incredible amount of pedigree here. In this case, it's like unbelievable. It really truly is. You guys, if you're on the fence about PC Engine collecting, if you can get a decent deal on these games, you gotta have them. You just gotta have them. Anyhow, there you go, Final Blaster. Guys, you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. We'll see you next time.